Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the head of state, the face-to-face between the two head of state and Djibouti, Somalia. The President of the Republic receives the credential of the Ambassador of Qatar and European Union. For the international scene, the summit of the decade to save biodiversity. Welcome to our newsroom. The summit meeting between President Gele and his Somali counterpart, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gele, received this Wednesday at the end of the morning at the Palace of the Republic his Somali counterpart, Mr. Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, in Djibouti since yesterday afternoon, where, among other things, he took part in the closing ceremony of the 6th edition of the General Forum of the Heritage Institute. The face-to-face audience between the two heads of state served as a framework for the development of an overview of the relations and exchanges and cooperation between the two countries and the two brotherly peoples, with the privileged ties forged by history, geographical proximity, and community of values, cultures, and language. The talks were then extended to discuss the state of evolutions on the situation in Somalia, precisely the positive transformations recorded by this brotherly country since it acquired a new political leadership at its head. The discussions therefore culminated in the identification of new support from the Republic of Djibouti to Somalia in the current strategic redefinitions of the objectives and priorities of the sister nation. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gele, received this Wednesday at the end of the morning at the Palace of the Republic the letter of credence of the new ambassador accredited by his country to the Republic of Djibouti, His Excellency Rashad bin Shafi Al Tuhaida, accredited by the state of Qatar. The diplomat have the status of ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary with the Republic of Djibouti as his residence. In a speech made at the ceremony of the presentation of his letter of credence, the new ambassador of the state of Qatar to our country paid a vibrant tribute to the leadership of President Gele, source of lasting political stability and economic development viable in Djibouti. The state of Qatar fully appreciate the efforts constantly undertaken by the President of Djibouti to increase the already privileged ties between the two countries and the two brotherly peoples. Noted in the same speech, His Excellency Rashad bin Shafi Al Tuhaida, rest assured, Mr. President, of my determination is to work to strengthen relations of brotherhood, solidarity, and exchanges between our two nations, with the fruitful relations forged by their common belonging to the Arab and Muslim world. Also indicate in his impetus the new Qatari ambassador to Djibouti. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gele, received this Wednesday at the end of the morning at the Palace of the Republic the letter of credence of the new ambassador of European Union accredited to Djibouti. The new ambassador of the European Union to the Republic of Djibouti, Her Excellency Ms. Sylvie Tabisi, also took advantage of the hearing of the presentations of her letter of credence to make a statement. In this intervention, the European diplomat first praised the political leadership of President Gele, who she said engaged the Republic of Djibouti on the path of the future. She then stated that her motivation is to work to strengthen the partnership between the Republic of Djibouti and EU in its political and development dimensions, and above all declined its mobilization with a view to rapid result in the strategic areas of cooperation defined by the two parties, in particular water and sanitation, vocational training, employability, and digital technology. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gele, wished to welcome to Djibouti to each of these diplomats. He also assured them that they will always find with the government and the people of Djibouti all the assistance necessary for the accomplishment of their noble missions. The President of the Republic salutes the memory of the late Dr. Muhammad Abdurrahman Abdullahi. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gelle, paid a tribute to the memory of the late Dr. Muhammad Abdurrahman Abdullahi, an eminent Djiboutian doctor who died last night in France, where he had been receiving treatment for some time. With the death of the late Dr. Muhammad Abdurrahman, our country mourned the loss of one of its most talented doctors, said the head of state. The humanist interests that he always had in his patients is undoubtedly at the origin of the important notoriety that he had within the Djiboutian medical world. Then affirmed the President of the Republic, as for his jovial nature and his temperament as an extroverted person, there were so many characteristic traits explaining why people quickly became attached to him. Also underlined President Gelle, expressing his deep condolence to the family, to the relatives and the friends of the late doctors, well-known personalities in Djibouti. The late Dr. Muhammad Abdurrahman Abdullahi is a leading figure in the Djiboutian medical landscape. He also embraced a political career that culminated in his elections to parliament as a member of the National Assembly. Honorable father, he leaves behind a wife and several children. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Somaliland President Musa Bihi Abdi arrived in Djibouti this morning for a working visit. Musa Bihi was welcomed on the tarmac of the Djibouti International Airport by the Prime Minister, His Excellency Abdullah Kamil Mohammed. Then the President of Somaliland and Prime Minister Abdullah Kamil Mohammed headed to the VIP room of the airport, where they had talks about ways and means conducive to strengthen Djibouti-Somaliland cooperation. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Abdullah, met with the various officials and hygiene officers of Dar al-Hannan Hospital to discuss together the continuous improvement of quality in hospital hygiene. The questions of hospital hygiene include all the preventive actions implemented against healthcare-associated infections and to reduce the spread of bacteria resistant to emerging antibiotics in hospital in recent years. Dar al-Hannan Hospital has considerably improved the quality of hospital hygiene by pursuing a diligent and strict strategy in respecting basic hygiene rules. During these discussions, the Minister of Health, Ahmed Abdullah, listened at length with the recommendations of each others, in particular those formulated by the health officers. For his part, the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Abdullah, has indicated that the rigorous management of hospital hygiene is very important and contributes to the safety of care and patients. First of all, I ask that accompanying patients and visitors he better supervised through their stays. The Dar al-Hannan Maternity Hospital is a national reference maternity hospital. It is also the most important maternity hospital in terms of receptionist capacity throughout the Republic. The closing of the second regional seminar on the Sustainable Development Goals, organized jointly by the National Assembly of Djibouti and the Interparliamentary Union, the second regional seminar on the Sustainable Development Goals ended yesterday at the Campeski Hotel for African Parliamentarians. It will be held from December 5 to 7 and will provide an opportunity to take a stock of the states of implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals as well as the progress made. This seminar follows the first one held in 2017 in Kampala, Uganda. It is part of the Sustainable Development programs adopted in September 2015 by the General Assembly of the United Nations, and during its 24th summit by the African Union. Taking part in this seminar, the President of the IPU, Honorable Duarte Paqueto, African parliamentarian, regional and international experts, representative of organizations of the United Nations system. On the morning of Tuesday, December 6, 2022, under the high patronage of the mayor of the city of Djibouti, Said Dawood Mohammed, the municipality authorities in particular, the president of the commune of Balbala and vice president of Bulaus held in the Old Towns meeting, a working meeting with the neighborhood councillors of the three communes. The mayor of the city opened the sessions by welcoming the guests before specifying the purpose of the meeting, namely the state of health of our city, and this within the framework of the Djibouti Zero Waste project. The mayor reminded the audience of the vital interests, the attaches of the district councils, which constitute for him the hyphens between the authorities of the municipality and the citizens who elected them. However, the mayor continues his intervention by informing his guests that a cleaning campaign will be launched soon to restore our capital to its former appearance. The president of the municipality of Balbala and Vice President of Bulaus alternately added that to the mayor's speech, while displaying the fullness of their support for the flagship project carried by the mayor of Djibouti, Zero Waste. This injected a real enthusiasm among the participants who uploaded the news. For his part, the mayor of the capital, Said Dawood Mohammed, drew the attention of the assembly that their studies as neighborhoods councils called for civic responsibilities, and in particular towards the inhabitants of their respective neighborhoods, working for the well-being of our fellow citizens, not only by perpetually fighting anything that could harm their living environment, but exploring all ways and means to promote civic values such as living together, a sense of collective and common interests. First, in Djibouti, the International Investment Bank, IIB, organized a raffle campaigns for its customers with the possibility of winning prizes and held a prize-giving ceremony at its head office. This draw campaign will be organized each month to give more chances to the bank's existing customers, but also to its future customers. In this sense, according to the CEO of the IIB Bank in Djibouti, Mr. Maruf Ahmed, this product aims to promote financial inclusion and encourage the cultures of savings in the economy. This is the first time this has happened in Djibouti and is a new emerging market in the banking sector. The award ceremony took place in the presence of the CEO of the bank, Mr. Maruf Ahmed, its general manager, Mr. Azhar Khan, Aisha Garad Ali, president of the National Olympic Committee of Djibouti, and the famous entrepreneurs Khadija Ahmed Barkat, as well as many other guests and bank staffs. The International Investment Bank is a multilateral development institution that aims to facilitate connectivity, integration between the economies of its member states in order to ensure sustainable and inclusive growth and the competitiveness of national economies, building on the existing historical links. And now listen to the participant of this event.
Financial inclusion and encourage the savings culture within the economy. That's, the impact of this product. For the bank, obviously, it is to raise more deposits, which is the lifeblood of banking, so we can use it productively within the economy. It is the first time it is happening in Djibouti. Is a new and an emerging market as far as the banking industry is concerned. So I think this is the first of the innovative products that we will be bringing in here. Inshallah, there will be a lot more as the market develops.
While the Games of the Youth and Sports Commissions of the Indian Ocean began this Monday, December 5, 2022 in Mauritius, it did not take long for young Djiboutian athletes to prove their talent. Fatuma Jibril won the gold medals in 3,000 meters, and her compatriot Khafia Sugi Aden, the silver synonymous with the second place, is a clear dominations of the para-proteges, which confirms their good preparations after winning the silvers and bronze medals yesterday in the 800 meters. Congratulations, champions. You are the pride of our country. For the international scene, Spain, approximately 115 people slightly injured in a train accident. More than 115 people were slightly injured on Wednesday morning in the suburb of Barcelona, northeastern Spain, when a train heading for this city hit the back of another train, indicated the services of emergency and the Spanish railway company. A spokeswoman for the emergency services announced that 150 passengers had been slightly injured and 5 others moderately. A collision is occurred between two trains at the Moncada Rexac Manresa stations on the lines towards Barcelona. A spokesman for Renfe, the Spanish railway company, stating that a train had hit the near of another train. An investigation has been opened by Renfe to determine the causes of the accident. Several passengers evacuated from the trains which was hit at the rear said they felt a big shock. And to close up this edition, a kickoff of the COP15, the summit of the decade to save nature. The UN conference on biodiversity opens today in Montreal with a colossal challenges to conclude in 2 weeks a historic agreement, the last chance to save species and natural environment from irreversible destruction. Is a delegate from more than 190 countries and meet until December 19 to adopt a new 10-year global framework to safeguard the nature and its resources essential to humanity. This COP15, twin sister in the shadow of the COPs on the climate, is our chance to stop this orgy of destruction. He declared but negotiations have been stalling for 3 years. It is a question of concretizing an agreement of about 20 objectives, the main one of which aims to protect 13% of the lands and seas. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.